This Easter Sunday, Context.ph will stream the second episode of its exclusive interview with Wick Veloso, the President and General Manager of GSIS. Veloso discusses with Beyond the Boardroom his views on the pending proposals in Congress seeking an earlier retirement age for government workers that could undermine the fund's life, as well as the need for better investment opportunities like that offered by infrastructure projects and the proposed Maharlika Wealth Fund. We will also know Veloso's thoughts on the banking industry's investable funds just parked with the central bank. There are several proposals in Congress seeking to lower the retirement age of government workers. How will this affect the actuarial life and assets of GSIS, and how will this impact the lives of the pensioners?
Actually, Mads, that's a very timely question. No? Alam mo, the moment that you shorten the amount of time, a missed payment, okay, is done to GSIS. Ibig sabihin, mas kaunti yung nakokolektang pera. Dahil pinagre-retire ng magang, ibig sabihin nun, umiiksi ang fund life ng GSIS. And our objective here is to have a longer fund life. Now, of course, it is not for us to question the thoughts of our members of Congress because they've, of course, consulted their constituents. But that's the impact. It will shorten our fund life. That means that we have to find better ways of recovering the missed contributions of the members.
Don't you think this goes against the trend elsewhere where older people are actually encouraged to stay in the workforce longer?
Well, that's true in other countries. And you have to balance out what our lawmakers probably are hearing out. Because if you take a look at some of the interviews that I've seen, and they even interviewed those that have worked long in government, they're tired. They say that they're tired. They'd like to enjoy at least the benefits of their hard work because they feel that they have contributed a long amount of time working and they would like to have time for themselves. So I believe that the better judgment will come from our lawmakers as they have more information coming from the constituents. So it's our role to make sure that whatever they've agreed upon, we get to work on. So we need to find more returns. The last thing we would like to do is to ask more contributions. Hirap na ang ating mga miyembro ng gobyerno, mga empleyado ng gobyerno. Pagka pinagdagdag mo pa sila ng contribution, ay talagang mahirapan sila. Kaya ang dapat namin magawa, maghanap kami ng mas malaking kikitain.
But if ever this pushed through, if the Congress really pushed through with this, what could be the possible remedy to ensure that the pension requirements can keep going?
The remedy is for us to really get more returns because there are only two ways to handle the missed payments or the lost payments rather, not missed, lost contributions. It's either we increase the amount of funds to be collected by increasing their contribution, or you lengthen the length of contribution. If you shorten the length of contribution, you either get it from the returns. Of course, hindi naman ganun namin mapupuno yun. Okay? But talagang katapat niyan ay magkaroon tayo ng additional na contribution. Kaya dapat talaga mapagdiskusyon at mapag-usapan pagkat may balancing act na mangyayari dyan.
Now, sir, let's talk about the Maharlika Wealth Fund. Proponents of the Maharlika Wealth Funds have taken the GSIS off the list of its contributors. Was this a good move, or would inclusion in the sovereign fund would actually be better for GSIS?
Alam mo, Mads, ang Maharlika is a company that we were supposed to be incorporators of. Now, imagine yourself, in a company that has got a visibility of all the projects that has got very good returns, then your company, okay, that you are in, will then have a very good chance of making good returns. Sayang. Ginagawa naman na ng GSIS yan eh. We're already investing. We're already investing in funds. And if the GSIS will be able to, if we were not removed, then we would have been part of an opportunity to seek better returns. Imaginein mo kung sino man nakaupo dyan at nagkaroon sila ng opportunity makita ang ibang magagandang infrastruktura na kailangan ng bansa. At the same time, magagandang returns, mauubusan kami ng magagandang opportunity. So it is really for best interest to be part of that opportunity to give returns for our members.
Monetary authorities around the world have been tightening policies to combat inflation, effectively raising interest rates from the record low during the early stages of the pandemic. Are interest rates high enough to sustain GSIS and its increasing expenses, or do you think there is a need to adjust contributions?
Alam mo, maganda sa amin ang higher interest rates sapagkat kami makakapag-invest ng mas mataas na return. Yung mga pagkakataon na yan, ay nabibigyan kami ng pagkakataon mapili kung ano yung mga bonds that we can invest into. At yan ang magiging resulta niyan. Yung ating mga risk-free, mga sovereigns, mag-aakyatan ng mga rates, so mas gaganda yung credit quality ng pwede naming mailagyan ng pera na fixed income investments. And of course, habang umakyat ang interest rates, ang balancing factor yan ay yung equity market ba ay magiging kasing lakas. Yan ang mga balancing factors yan. But in general, as an investor, it allows us to invest at higher rates.
How about revisiting the investment rules covering GSIS fund? Is that a possibility?
Well, alam mo naman, meron tayong mga investment portfolio mix, and we constantly review it. As a matter of fact, now is there's an ongoing review of the investment policy guidelines to allow us to determine what is the right mix based on the current economic environment and how we see the future. So that's ongoing right now.
What's the ideal mix for investment mix?
Maraming adhikain dyan. Is it 60% fixed income, okay, 40% equities, or do you want us to have X amount in other investments that are outside? No? Katulad ngayon, ang GSIS, ang investment namin ay halos 25% sa fixed income securities. Meron kaming isa pang 25 dito sa mga equities. Meron kaming another 40% pala ang nasa government securities. Meron kaming 25% dito sa equities. Meron kaming 20% sa mga loans, at yung mga balance ay nasa real estate investment. Pag sinabing loans, wala kaming loan desk. But these are project finance loans that are being sold in the market that we're able to purchase and participate in.
How much is the current investable funds of GSIS right now?
Ang asset under management ng GSIS is 1.55 trillion pesos.
And just going back to the ideal investment mix, you said that there's a current review. When do you expect to wrap up that review and to come up with the ideal investment mix that you're looking for?
I think within a couple of months' time, we'll be able to put all of these things together.
Now that earlier you mentioned you're looking at power and water as an ideal sectors to invest in. Are you looking at specific investments or projects that you could actually invest?
Meron na. As a matter of fact, GSIS ang unang nag-invest globally sa energy transition mechanism preferred shares. Ito'y parang nagbibigay ng continuous fixed return. Ang maganda nito ay ito bang mga ating nandoon pa sa coal ay sinusuportahan mo na magdahan-dahan sila makakapag-renew towards clean energy. Okay? So in our own little way, tahimik lang kami, nag-i-invest kami sa ganyang mga opportunities. At marami pa kaming tinitingnan na ganyan. Ang adikain natin ay sana mapabagsak na ang presyo ng kuryente. Alam mo, kasama ako sa isang, when I was still working in a foreign bank, I was asked to be part of the team that will convince those that US companies that are located in China to move to the Philippines. Ang unang katanungan pala sa presyo ng kuryente, hindi na namin mabigay ang kasagutan. Kaya nga sa tingin namin noon, ay kaya nakakuha ang Vietnam ng napakaraming mga na nag-locate sa kanila at hindi pumunta sa atin dahil ang presyo ng kuryente ay isang napakalaking bagay. Kaya nga kami, yung presyo ng kuryente na pagka ang presyo ng kuryente dito mapababa mo, ang unang-unang mabibiyaya dyan ay ang industrialization ng bansa natin. Mas marami na tayong pagkakataon dito magkaroon ng mga industries katulad ng steel. Napaka-intensive ang kailangang kuryente ng steel industry. Kaya yan ang mga kailangan mga industriya na masuportahan natin. At saka maganda ang plano ng ating gobyerno, ng ating mga ine-export na nickel. Ba't mo pa i-export yung nickel mo? Yan ay gawin mong i-process mo at maging high-grade batteries that can be used for renewable vehicles. At kung yan mapagdikit-dikit mo, hopefully sana pati dito na rin ma-assemble at ma-manufacture yung mga electric vehicles. We cannot do it overnight, but we have to set the stage for a continuous growth that will allow the country to be really, to have a sustainable growth trajectory.
Since that you've mentioned, as a former banker, the first Filipino head of HSBC even, what can regulators and government do to actually push banks to lend aggressively, if not invest in sectors like agriculture and tourism?
Naman, napakagandang katanungan yan. At mabuti at natanong mo, sapagkat sa aking pananaw, lahat ng mga krisis na nadaanan natin ay naging solusyon ay halimbawa, because of the global financial crisis. Nung alam mo ng global financial crisis, yung mga junk na mga investments all of a sudden naging credit grade. At dahil doon, gumawa sila ng mga regulations na habang nag-i-increase yung risk mo, nag-i-increase yung capital na ina-allocate mo. Okay? That's what you call risk-based lending. No? Baka kailangan ata natin ma-review. Kung mga structured investments na ganoon, ay hindi naman siguro yan pang economic development. Ay, halimbawa, o ikaw, Mads, may kumpanya ka. Yung kumpanya mo ay nangangailangan ng pondo. Kung ako'y bangko, ang una ko hanapin sa'yo, 3 years operation with positive net income. Nagsisimula ka pa lang. Okay? Paano ka matutulungan? Kaya yung bangko ngayon, imbes na matulungan ka, ano gagawin sa'yo? Sasabihin, pag ready ka na, saan ka makakahanap ng kapital mo? So, ang nangyayari sa bangko, at pansinin mo, ang laki ng balanse na natitira, ibinibigay ng mga bangko saan? Sa Bangko Sentral. At ang Bangko Sentral ay nagiging kanilang outlet ng kanilang pera. Itong mga accounts that are forward-looking, baka kailangan magkaroon ng mas magandang suporta as long as they're credit worthy. Maraming mga credit worthy. Ang makailangan lang dyan is a more review of the risk-based capital that is being allocated. Sapagkat dito nakikita ko maraming mga unicorn businesses o mga negosyo na napakagandang oportunidad, ngunit hindi sila lulusot sa mga bangko. At ito, naghahanap sila ng mga tinatawag na mga venture capitalists. Marami ng venture capitalists. Sana naman hindi ko lang alam kung gaano karaming venture capitalists pa sana makatulong sa iba't ibang mga negosyo na talagang may magandang opportunity.
Next Sunday, Beyond the Boardroom explores the lessons that life has taught Veloso, as well as his hobbies and the days he looks forward to as a father, and more especially being a grandfather, his second chance at fatherhood. Again, I am your host, Mads Miraflor. Please leave a comment and subscribe. Thank you for watching.